Good evening, all you podcast visitors out there. This is Uncle Yab, and we're gabbing with Yab. And today, me and my co-host Richard Carrington is going to talk about a little bit of this and a little bit of that. First of all, we're going to talk about this impeachment trial.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much, they got everybody to vote, and they got at least I think it was 6 Republicans to vote, saying that it was constitutional.
Right.
But the Republicans were saying that it was unconstitutional to impeach him a second time. But they said no, it is constitutional. They're gonna go on with it. So what they're doing now is he had his legal defense team had their arguments and stuff like that, and basically they wasn't saying too much of nothing, man. So what it all boils down to, what the guy that we had on the defense, well, not the defense, but the prosecutor, showed all the tapes and everything of those guys going up to the Capitol and stuff like that, and it was crazy.
It was
crazy.
It was really something, man. You know, I didn't catch much of the trial today. You know, I was listening to some on the radio, but you know, he incited a riot, and I'm glad that they said that, you know, that they ruled in favor of going forward on him, because, you know, he knew what he was doing.
Of course.
He knew what he was doing. He knew that those people were going to act up, and he wanted them to, you know, because he was so upset about, you know, the fact that, you know, he wasn't going to be in office anymore, and he's still on this thing where, you know, the election was stolen, and he wanted some payback. See, he's kind of a vindictive guy.
Exactly.
You know? I mean, even I used to watch his show, you know, The Apprentice.
Oh, The Apprentice, yeah.
And he would do people dirty on there, you know what I mean? So, you know, he don't have no problem with doing you dirty, man. So, you know, he's getting what, you know, he deserves. And, you know, I'm glad that the government and the Democrats really are stepping up. Even though he's no longer in office.
Right.
It doesn't matter. You know, he did this. He incited this, you know, and he needs to pay for it.
Exactly. And that's what's going to happen, too. And that's what's going on. So I don't know how many days it's going to take. Right. But it's going to start again tomorrow, and they're going to go on with what they need to go on with.
Right.
And basically they're trying to remove him to the point where they don't want him to hold any other office again.
Yep.
You know, because of the insurrection that he was doing.
Yeah.
And they showed footage of everything, man. It was a shame.
Yeah.
And they got more footage. I mean, just the footage that they showed us wasn't as bad as what they actually have.
Yeah.
And man, it was crazy. They showed when that girl got shot, but it was more intense when they showed it today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man, because she was the one that tried to go into the door and open up the Capitol, and it was the guy there with the gun. Yeah. Shot her, man.
He wasn't playing.
No, he wasn't playing.
No, he said
no, he wasn't playing.
He was not playing.
And it was sad, man. But they came there for a riot,
right? You
know, and the good thing they didn't have any guns, man. They would have hurt somebody,
right? And you know, man, you got to think about this, man. Now, you know, everybody got a right for peaceful protest, you know,
right?
And then sometimes things get out of hand. But what they did, man, was beyond.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, you feel bad, like you said, for the woman who lost her life. But you got to think about her family and, you know, her friends and, you know, what was in her mind to think that, you know, she was entitled to do that. And then as she walks in there or tries to bogart in there, she loses her life.
Yeah. And I don't understand it, man. But a lot of people, I think what happened with her is her family didn't even know she was there.
Wow.
So when they found out, when they saw somebody and looked at her clothes, they, oh, that's her. That's my daughter, whatever. That's my, my wife. Yeah, I would have been kind of upset because, number one, why would she go there without telling anybody?
Right.
And then to get killed.
Right.
You know? And what I think is, man, her family can't do nothing about that because, number one, that's a felony offense.
Yeah.
Number two, she was wrong.
So
to say, oh, I want to sue them for killing her, I don't think they have a case, bro.
No.
Because she was the criminal
in
this instance.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I think.
Yeah, no. So, they're not going to, I don't think you can really sue the government unless it's something really egregious.
Right.
And what she did is on film.
Yeah.
You know, everybody can look at it. You show that to a jury.
Right.
And if they could imagine themselves being in that, you know, Capitol building and seeing this mob of people coming, they didn't know what they were going to do when they got there.
Exactly, man.
And what were they going to do, man? You know what I mean? What were they going to do?
Right. Who knows? And they was talking about, killed Pence and this and that and other, and Pelosi and all that. Now those individuals were there. They just started hiding. They got them away from there at the last minute. But what if they would have stormed in there and saw all those people?
Right.
You never know what would happen.
Yeah, because there's a lot of hate out here, man.
Yes.
Yes. And the guy that was in Pelosi's office with his foot on the table.
Oh, that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
Man, these people, they got some
nerves,
some serious bravado, man.
Yeah,
and
man.
I'm wondering though, man, like, this is America, and they want, everybody wants to rule of law, and the Republicans are all about following the rules and all that.
Yeah.
And this is really borderline terrorism what they did.
It is. But you know what, man? It all goes back to. Now I'm going to switch to something else. Now we're going to talk about a little bit of this and a little bit of that tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
It all goes back to the Black Panthers, and I saw a documentary on the Black Panthers, and at that time the government was saying those guys were terrorists and was a threat.
Right.
But if anybody would look at their history and look up the Black Panthers and see what they did, they came to feed the hungry. Mm-hmm. They were the first organization to start free lunches in the school and stuff like that. And they did a lot of good stuff for the black community. Yes. But yet they turned it in. The government turned it into something bad. Right. And it's crazy, man, because. They extinguished the Black Panthers, and they extinguished a lot of our, black political guys that spoke for us, spoke people for us. And it was sad, man. It was sad because of course this is still Black History Month, and there's a lot of documentaries and things out there that involve stuff like that. And I love looking at that type of stuff. And I love, once again, this is our podcast, and I'll give you guys information on different things if you don't know it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Just to jump right back in, it is Black History Month, and we need to think about, people have been saying, well, what if it had been black people that had stormed it? They would have.
We got shot.
It would have been a different outcome.
Of course, man. Of course. And why is that? Why can't we? Express our opinion. And I mean, not to say that we need to go up there with brute force, but and we did right, because go back to the Black Lives Matter. Yeah, we protested, and we protested right. Right. I mean, it was kind of harsh, but it wasn't. We wasn't trying to hurt nobody. Right. But yet they turned it into something different. Right. Those QAnon people and stuff like that. They try to make it vicious. Right. But the actual people that was doing the Black Lives Matter things, that was for a good cause.
Yeah, absolutely. And where were those people when George Floyd, was murdered on TV? That's when they should have been angry. Right.
You're right.
Not because Trump lost the election.
Yeah, get that.
Trump is going to be fine.
Of course.
He's a billionaire, or at least he's a multimillionaire.
And he's alive.
And he's alive, and he's going to be fine, and he's going to have his companies and everything. But what about, where was the anger that these people had for, other injustices? Yeah. The true, real injustices that happened.
Something that really mattered. A life was lost with that George Floyd. And a lot of other people after that. And it's still going on. Right.
And that's the thing, won't they, rally about police brutality or, inequities that are going on throughout the country, man. But, and like you said, we're going to jump around, but just going back to what you were talking about as far as Black History Month, I think it's important that this year, we look at, a lot of times in Black History Month, we focus on one or two things, and we talk about slavery and how we overcame that. But there's so much more to Black history than that, man. There's so many great people, man, that are never mentioned,
Oh, yeah.
And like Denmark Vesey, who led a slave revolt,
That's right.
And other, there's other people,
And,
and we have such a rich history, man.
Yes.
People kind of minimize us and say, they were slaves. Yeah, we were enslaved people, but we were also people that built pyramids and did all these other great things and have all these, you were saying look up online, but have all these patents and, different things we discovered and created. We're very creative people, man. So I think it's important that we look beyond just, as just a token month.
Yeah,
but look at our contribution
to society.
Yeah,
And Rome wasn't built in a day, but I tell you what, as far as the United States of America, black people had a lot to say and to do on how this country was built on.
Right.
And it was built on pretty much our backs.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't know that. And once again, I always, tell you guys to read your history books and find out.
Right.
If you don't want to believe something or you don't know something,
right.
You don't want to take my word for it, take our word for
right.
it. You go into your history books
go
and
research.
Google it.
Yeah.
Do a research.
Absolutely.
And another person, like I said, Gary Morgan.
Yeah.
He invented the traffic light.
Yes.
Yes. Madam C.J. Walker.
Yes.
She was the first multi-millionaire black woman.
Yeah.
And she invented the straightening comb for us to make sure our hair,
right.
was nice and straight. Right. You know what I mean? And that's what she did. And she made all kind of cream and stuff for the females so they can look nice and things like that.
Yeah.
And she was the first millionaire, man.
Yeah. And that was a long time ago. And,
yes.
And to do that, it took some incredible strength.
Oh my goodness.
And to be able to stand up, to society, and it's incredible, man. We have some really strong and courageous heroes, man.
Yes,
that come before us that we should honor, and not just in February, but we should honor them throughout the year.
You're right,
man.
And once and like I said, I'm gonna ask you a question, man, or just putting a reference out there. What do you think it was like in the '60s when we were trying to get things together, and that was the start of the black movement and things like that, man? Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I think about our parents, and what they had to go through, man.
Mm-hmm.
We deal with stuff. We deal with stuff on the job. We deal with racism. We deal with microaggression. But we haven't been attacked by dogs,
exactly,
or fire hoses, and just for being black.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And they stood, man.
Oh man,
those people, man. We stand on the backs of them now.
Right.
But they did, man. So like you said, I can't imagine, man. I mean. When you face a situation, you have to step up and be counted, or
Mm-hmm.
if like I said, I don't want to exist. I want to live.
Right.
And so when you're dealing with the things that they had to deal with, it took incredible strength.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly, and
emotional. And physical, man.
Oh yeah, and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears.
Yes.
I mean, men and women.
Yes, absolutely.
And a lot of other things that we did too. We did a lot of talking and we did a lot of teaching, but we also did it through music.
Yes.
We had a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of people that make music out here. A lot of singers that had a message through music, such as Curtis Mayfield, Marvin Gaye, and all them guys, man, had a good message. Sam Cooke.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of things that we always did. We always. If anything that got us down, we always had the music to uplift us.
Right. Yeah. We're survivors, man.
Oh yeah.
We
we're gonna continue
to
be.
And they use that term a lot with our Jewish brothers, but we're survivors too.
Yeah.
And we went through the biggest Holocaust ever.
Yes. Yep. And pay homage to us too.
Yeah.
And I get it with the the Jewish went through a lot. And I understand that, and I don't wish no bad luck on nobody.
Right.
And I feel their pain.
Yeah.
But we got some pain too.
Yeah.
We got some pain too, man.
And we're still enduring it.
Exactly.
And it's showing out on the TV.
You're right. You're right.
Through police brutality.
Yeah.
And through just miseducation and inequities, man. We are people that. They just can't get rid of us.
No.
They can't.
And they trying, man.
Yeah.
Once again, I've seen a couple of documentaries where, I look at these documentaries and I say, man, they put forth effort in trying to distinguish the black person, the black man, the black family, the black race.
Yeah.
Anybody that go through them something like that, go through, to recondition your mind, to try to blackball you, to make you think that you're less than.
Right.
They really trying to do damage to you mentally, not even physically, mentally.
Yeah.
And they tried to succeed, and they was trying to do it because they had a lot of different avenues out there, a lot of different propaganda out there where they wanted the black man to feel less than.
Yeah.
And look at himself and feel like he wasn't important.
Yeah.
And they did it.
They wanted us to be
They
inferior.
tried to do it. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
definitely want us to be inferior. And you think about it, man. They say that, most black men are walking around with PTSD because they dealt with so much.
Yep.
There's such a burden on us. As far in the community. We got to teach our children that you got to protect yourself in ways that other parts of society don't have to do. We face things that no other part of society has to face.
You're right. You're right.
And the talk you have, or what you do when the policeman pulls you over. The talks you have with your children.
Yeah.
And don't move too fast because they might shoot you.
Yeah.
And,
That
white
should
families don't have to say that to their children.
Exactly. That should be something. That should be an afterthought. We should be thinking about, hey, what do you do if when you graduate?
Yes.
What type of degree do you need to succeed out here in the world?
Right.
Not
Right.
or watch yourself because you might get killed out here.
Right.
That's crazy.
Right.
This is not a combat. We're not in a war.
Right.
This is our livelihood.
Yes, man.
But yet we have to look at it like that.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna always address these things. We're not afraid to challenge any topic,
Exactly.
And on a lighter note, but I know you were quiet, but what'd you think of the Super Bowl, man?
You know what, Rich? I'm glad you brought that up, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what I thought about it. I thought it was a fraud because
I know you.
You know what? Come on, man. 31-9.
That was something.
Now the Chiefs was the most high-powered team in the NFL,
Yeah.
and you mean to tell me they couldn't kick with 3 field goals?
I know, man.
Come on, man. And I don't want to think that the NFL did us like that, but at least have a good Super Bowl game. Don't make it lopsided like that.
Right.
I don't care about what y'all wanted Brady to do.
Right.
They wanted a story, a good storyline.
They wanted a story.
But don't make it look like that.
Right.
To make them cats look like they ain't played football.
Right.
It was crazy.
That game was something.
It was crazy.
Else, man.
Yeah.
It was not what I expected.
No,
I thought Brady and them might pull it out, but I didn't think it was
not
gonna
like
be
that.
Like
Not
that.
like
Nah,
that, man. And just think about it. After the game, you haven't heard too many people talking about like a big radio. I mean, they have, but not on a big scale. You haven't heard much about that on the internet either.
No.
About what happened, the game itself.
Yeah.
It's kind of okay. It's over with.
Right.
Football's over.
let's-
Come on.
Let's
man.
move on.
Come on.
I think they were rooting for Brady to get one more.
I guess. And I try not to hate because I'm not a hater.
Right.
But I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't. I don't understand it.
It was a shocking
game. It was, and it wasn't a good game. I did like the halftime.
Yeah.
I like the halftime antics. The guy the weekend, he did a good job with it. A lot of people, it was mixed signals, on the internet about him and things going on. But I liked it.
Yeah, I thought he did a good job.
He had a lot of energy and stuff like that. And but it's always people going back and forth. Last year it was J-Lo and the other girl, Shakira. That was too provocative.
Right.
You can't please people nowadays.
No,
you can't please
true,
somebody, man.
That's true.
You can't please them. So
yeah.
But definitely that game was rocky.
Yeah.
To me, the Chiefs was playing the Buccaneers and the daggone referees.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean those first half flags were a bit much.
Crazy.
It was a bit much.
Crazy. And then after that, when they scored 28 points, I cut the game off.
Yeah.
I stopped watching because I said, you know what? I already knew then.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? They want this guy to get his rings, and they want the storyline.
Yeah. I mean, even the Chiefs, man, they dropped a couple of touchdowns.
They did. They did to drop balls. I'm like, what? I don't get what's going on.
Yeah, I know.
They play. You mean to tell me you gonna lay down the last game, the Super Bowl? Right. Everybody won a Super Bowl.
Right.
And you guys been here before,
right?
And then they act like they never even been to a Super Bowl. They act shell shocked, didn't they?
I know.
I said, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, man. So
whatever.
I'm sure later on down the line we'll hear something that this happened or the fix was in or something. Because
you know what, man? See, the football, NFL is a big fraternity, man.
Yeah,
so you may
absolutely.
not hear that like that.
Yeah, that's true.
We can all speculate.
Yeah.
But
they keep it. They close ranks and they keep it in house.
Oh yeah, and they do a good job of it too, whether it's good or bad.
Right.
And that Super Bowl was outrageous. I just couldn't believe it. And I lost money on that too. It was a couple dollars.
Yeah.
But like I said, I was against Brady. Because I really thought that the young guy was going to play a good game. I didn't think they were going to lay down.
Yeah, they just took him, man. Man, they took a whooping, man.
So is he going to retire? No. Is he coming back next year?
Coming back to running back. Him and his boy Gronk coming back.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
Hey man, there's a lot going on in football, man.
With
these quarterbacks, and the thing with Brett Favre running his mouth last week.
Like you said.
But there's a lot going on, man.
You're right. They was talking about Russell Wilson, that he was dissatisfied with what was going on over there.
Right.
And I don't blame him, because if you a franchise quarterback, regardless if you're black or white or whatever, you need to have somebody to help you win.
Yes.
Therefore, you need people surrounding you to win.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that, you're not going to win.
No.
So a lot of people getting tired of the status quo. Yeah. They want to step up and go to management and say, hey, give me somebody so I can win.
Right.
Because the way they're looking at Tampa Bay, they're looking at Tom Brady. Hey, he went to another team, got these guys surround him, and he went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yep. So now, that's what Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, and these guys are saying, we can speak up.
Right.
And I like it, because they're kind of taking what LeBron and the basketball players. The basketball players, those dudes, they just say, look, I'm not playing anymore.
Yeah.
That's what they say. Move them,
Okay.
So I think these quarterbacks are finally stepping up and saying, these black athletes in football are saying, okay, I got a little more power than,
I get you, because because everybody like football, man.
Yeah.
And we don't want to mess that up.
Right.
That's for everybody to see on Sundays. We all sit down and we watch a football game. But if it start being rigged and crap like that and get political, that's when I'm gonna step away from it. And I love football.
Yeah.
I love it. But it has to be fair.
Yeah.
It has to be fair, man. They still got a lot of things that they have to fix.
Yep.
Especially with that that Deshaun Watson.
Yeah,
they have to fix that.
They have to fix it.
And I don't know what they're really saying, but that guy is pissed off.
Yeah,
he's pissed.
Yeah.
So if they don't rectify that, and I don't think they're gonna let him walk, man.
He's willing to sit out.
That. Well, if he does it, then if they don't trade him, they'll let him sit out, because they don't give him to nobody else.
Right.
So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But hey. We all got to keep rolling.
Yes.
Got to keep moving. So when you gonna get your vaccine, man?
I put in.
You're slow on the draw.
Yeah, man. I have been a little ambivalent about it, but I sent my email to say that they'll send me back a date, and then I'll go.
That's good.
One of my coworkers, though, man, she got the Moderna one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You got Pfizer, right?
I got the Pfizer.
She got the Moderna one, and she was fine for the first shot, but the second shot, she was out 5 days, man. She said she had symptoms, and she felt like a truck ran her over, and so. But
yeah.
They say that's when it's working though, when you get the symptoms.
Right. That's what I hear. That
if
you get sick like that, I mean that your body is doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
With the Pfizer, like I told you, what happened with me, I didn't get sick 5 days, but I had it affects people. I had the Pfizer, not the Moderna, but it affects people different ways.
Right.
And that second shot that I got, probably about 12 hours or more after that, I started feeling, cold chills and stuff like that, and my body was kind of aching.
Yeah.
But not bad, but enough for me to what's going on with me? I'm feeling tired.
Yeah.
And then the next day I went home. I worked that whole day. Then I went home, went to sleep, and took me some Motrin. I was fine after that. So now I feel good, thank God. And that's what I would tell people what happened with me,
right,
and my situation.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
And just as long as everybody can do that, man, we'll be able to combat this pandemic and hopefully get back to normal.
Hey, man. So
I'll
keep you updated when I get my email to tell me when I can go. So,
what they say, what floor are you supposed to go to?
I think it's the 3rd floor or something.
Okay, well, on the 3rd floor, they doing a Moderna.
Moderna, okay.
On the 10th floor, they doing Pfizer.
Pfizer, okay.
I went on the 10th floor.
Okay.
So, but now they got the Johnson & Johnson one out.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be...
and that's just one shot.
Right. That's supposed to be one shot. And they said it was a certain percentage, and I don't think it was.
It's
the
not as
percentage-
high.
It's not as high yet,
No, no.
65%.
Yeah.
But that's like a emergency thing too.
Yeah.
Because they need more vaccines.
Right.
So you figure Johnson Johnson got another one. That's just another one, just in case they run out or whatever happens.
And they're talking about they're going to have like boosters for the different strains.
Right.
You know, 'cause
Yeah.
we got a couple of different strains.
Yeah, that's
this thing
crazy.
is a trip, man.
It's crazy, man. But at least by you being vaccinated,
Yeah.
those strains won't bother you because they
yeah.
were saying vaccination keeps those strains away too.
Good.
You know, so it's better that you have a vaccine than not to have vaccine.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
and just go do what you guys got to do and get it done. You know,
Absolutely.
we all out here trying to succeed and get
Yes.
everything the way we're supposed to do, and just take care of your family, and we'll be all right with it.
Yes, we will.
You know, got anything else to say, brother?
No, been a great day.
All right, yeah, we got another one in the books,
Yes.
and we'll see you guys probably next Tuesday night. And this is Uncle Yab, and we're gabbing with Yab with my buddy Richard Carrington, and we're out.
Night.